Hey guys, welcome back to another wonderful episode with me, Alan, right here on Crow's Nest Outdoor Adventures. Now, for those of you who've been watching, you know over the last month I've been working on doing survival gear, basically. Working on your everyday carry, talking about, you know, what's in your go bag, what's in your get out dodge bag, all that neat kind of stuff, right? Now, this past week, Wednesday's video did not go up because I was having some video issues. And hopefully, this one doesn't give me some issues as well. We will find out, right? But first, let's record the video. But without further ado, let's get into it. Let's go. Okay, so first, we started with basic EDC, right? That's basic EDC, right? That is as basic as it comes. That's on my side 99% of the time. Just a Gerber truss. Very handy multi-tool, right? Now, there are times that it's not on my side, but 9 times out of 10, it is on me all the time. 99% isn't all the time, though, is it, right? So, most of the time, this is with me. The next thing is this right here. This is my pocket EDC. This is with me all the time. You know, you've got your light, you've got all your other basic essentials that you could need at any given point in time that could get you through if you absolutely needed it, right? So that's there. And then there was another bag that went along with that, and that is this right here. Okay, and this goes on your hip or whatever you need to do with this, but this is a bag that I keep with the other one. This is what I call a supplemental bag, but this is my power bag. Okay, this basically has power banks and that kind of thing in it to make sure that my flashlight and my phone have power at all times. No matter what, I want to be able to get power to those. So that's what that is there. And then we talked about this bag right here, right? Which is basically a fanny pack, or as I have it configured now, it can go over your shoulder. Lots of different goodies in there that can definitely get you through for quite some time. All right? So that was next, and then there was also a supplemental with that, right? So then we got into this here, and we discussed that I'm not a big fan of this cover, right? This Canteen cover, I am not a huge fan of, and so I was thinking I would get a different Canteen cover for it. Indeed, I think I still will. However, as with some other things in the rest of the kit, I have been thinking about making some changes, and we're not going to cover that in this video, but it will be covered here in just a couple weeks. So make sure you come back to hear what my plans are with this situation here. All right, so that's out of the way. That gets us through 2 weeks, right? That gets us through the first Wednesday of January and the second Wednesday of January. The third Wednesday of January, which was this past Wednesday, obviously never got uploaded. I apologize for that. I was having serious issues with my computer, so hopefully this video will indeed upload. But let's move on to today's kit. Now, today's kit is basically all about comfort, right? All of the rest, okay, I can survive on that. Anybody can survive on that as long as you know how to use what's in it for as long as you need to, pretty much. But let's move up to this right here. Let's move into this kit, which is a sling bag. All right, nice little sling bag, not too big. There's my hand for comparison. I don't have huge hands, by the way. So that is the next step. So we moved from the EDC, which goes in your pocket or on your belt. Then we moved up to the fanny pack, which is a basic go bag. And then now we're moving up to this, which is a extra go bag, I guess you could call it. I don't know, you know, so many different people call it so many different things, but the way I have my system set up, I have it set up to where it can be built upon, right? I start off with small, go to larger, okay? Next week's video will show you the next pack up from this, and that's when you know you're going to be gone for good, right? That is, I'm never coming home bag. That is the true inch bag setup, all right? But for now, this is another part of the Get Out of Dodge series, or setup, I guess you could say. If the previous bag was a get home bag, then this is a get out of Dodge short term. All right, so this is good bag. G-O-O-D, get out of Dodge, right? This is that bag. So let's get into what's inside this. All right, we're gonna start with this front pocket because there's really nothing in there except for a notebook. That's it. Just a regular little tiny 5x3 spiral notebook, right? Nothing important there. Depending on how you look at that kind of thing. To me, it's the least important thing of everything else that I have in here. So, moving on from that, let's move into this next pocket behind it. And of course, first thing you gotta have is paracord, right? Then, you're gonna need a flashlight. This is a cool little flashlight. It has multiple ways of doing things. It is on a swivel here. It does have a hook back here with a little magnet. It also has double magnets down there on the bottom. And I do have batteries for this. This is not rechargeable. This does take batteries, and I have the 2 batteries in this pocket as well. So let's dig deeper. All right, this is a big old D-ring, right? This is handy for so many different things, specifically for hanging all your gear together. You know, like if I've got all these different bags together, I can hang them all on here at night, hang them close to me, and if I have to get up and go, I can grab this and get away from my immediate camp quickly with my essential gear. Okay, so that's what that's about. Next, we have these right here, and these are basically just a way to use any material, whether it's a tarp, poncho, plastic, whatever. You can use these to create quick and easy tie out points without having to do the little buttons, you know, by wadding up some debris or a rock or whatever and tucking it in there and tying it around it. No, with these you've got ready-made tie out points that just clip on your material. So there's those. Next, we've got this little Night Eyes figure 9 carabiner. Okay, again, this is just something that makes life a little easier. If you understand the figure 9, you understand how to use it to make sure that you get stuff tight. Just a myriad of different uses for the figure 9 carabiner. So there's that. Moving down, we've got 1 and 2 more carabiners. These are 5K so I can swing from these things, right? So there's those. Little blade, nothing big, nothing major, just a little blade, extra little blade, right? Because you never know when an extra little blade is going to come in handy. And as I had said, there are 2 batteries down in here. Well, hold on. First of all, spork. Okay, I know those of you who have watched my previous video already know that I carry some titanium cutlery, but as they say, 2 is 1 and 1 is none. So there's an extra. It's lightweight, it takes up no space, so why not have it? Alright, let's see if I can get to that other battery in here. There it is. Alright, so there are my extra batteries for that. Then down in here we have our pin, which of course this has a glass buster on the end. Very rugged pin. So there's that. Got a pen to write in that little notebook that I showed you, and then of course another way to, of course, get fire, because you can never have enough ways to get fire. Fire is important, right? Alright, and that should be it. Yes, that is it as far as that pocket goes. Now, let's get into the meat of this. Now, inside here there are 4 items. 4? Yeah, 4. There should only be 4 items in here if I remember right. And they are about comfort and about longevity. Okay, so grabbing this bag, I know that I'm going to be a little bit more comfortable than I will with just what I have over there. Okay, so let's get into this. All right, first of all, right here we have a knife, right? We have a fixed blade knife, full tang. Okay, cheap. This is a cheap knife. I literally picked this up at a flea market for like $5, maybe $10. Okay, but I seen it, I liked it. It is stainless, okay, but it is, you can tell it's full tang. It's nice and thick, has a good edge to it. I really like this. It is a great little knife. It's a Black Hill steel made in China. Yeah, I love this little knife. It is just, to me, it fits perfect. It's great for anything that I might need to do with a full tang fixed blade knife. Oh, and this sheath that I have it in did not come with it. I actually picked it up for just a couple bucks as well. And so, yeah. But it does the job. So there's that. So once I'm out to where I need to be, if I want to strap that on, I can. Next, we have this right here. This is a microfiber towel by 4Monster. And this is, I believe, the largest one that they carry. It is huge. Okay, you can use this as a beach towel. It's so big. But the bigger part for me is that it is another type of cover if I need it, or if I do end up in the drink, as they say, I can quickly get dried off and get some warmer clothes back on if able, or use this to cover while I dry my clothes, anything like that. So to me, that is going to be handy dandy if the need should arise. And if not, it can always be used as a ground sheet to help protect me a little bit more from the ground, right? I don't need to keep it in this little case, but I do, because if it's wet, it's got these holes on either side, which they're not going to allow it to dry perfectly. But if I've had time to hang it for a little bit and then have to go, I can throw it back in here and know that it's still going to be getting at least some air circulation while this hangs from my pack. So there's that. Next up, we have, well, if it'll come out of here, we have the Eno double nest hammock. All right, so along with the rest of my kit that I've shown in previous videos, this is a way for me to actually get up off the ground. It does have the straps inside this little bag with it. Okay, so it's a Eno double nest with the straps, and of course carabiners are right here, so that is ready to go. And I've got this, just a little schmog, obviously, which you know what schmog's gonna be used for, right? Just about anything, right? And then last but not least in here is this right here. If you know, you know, Stanley, right? But here's the thing, you know, it comes with two little plastic cups inside. Well, I removed one of the plastic cups and just kept one in here, but I also have in here a couple of other items. All right, so there's just the Stanley cup, or right there, Stanley cook pot. Here's this plastic cup. And then with that, I have this little tiny camp stove burner, gas burner thing right here. Okay, this is a mini. So, I mean, it's mini, right? It is like really, really, really small. And that's why I like it, because it fits in this perfectly. And then of course this was in there as well, which is gas to use it with, right? That's important, right? So now I don't have to build a campfire, right, in order to boil water or whatever. Now I have an actual way to do it in a way that is going to be a little bit more readily available to me, right? A little easier for me. Okay, so there's that. And that is all that is in this kit, folks. Oh, other than this right here. This is just some maple and brown sugar Quaker oatmeal. What a great way to build up some quick energy and just have something to get warm with, right? So there's that. That is everything that is inside this bag, which is, I guess you would say, it's my second go bag that makes my life a little bit more comfortable. Alright, you guys, so that's it for today's video. Remember, if you have not yet, remember to like and subscribe, and be sure to come back next week on Wednesday. I know today is not Wednesday, and again, I do apologize for not getting out the video last Wednesday, I was having some problems, but here it is. And come back this coming Wednesday to watch the next video in this series, and hang out with me for, it's going to be a little bit longer because there's some more stuff that I'm going to go over, and then the following week especially, I've got a lot to go over. So definitely make sure you subscribe, hit that bell so you get all notifications, and we will see you then. Meanwhile, let's go.